Some of the men who've come to our undercover houses over the years have come up with some pretty imaginative reasons for being there.
I'm looking for work.
I do blacktop sitting. I'm just driving around trying to learn Georgia again.
And this next man's excuse for showing up at our house in Long Beach, California, also ranks way up there, because he tells us he's come for educational reasons. Our encounter begins online when 29-year-old college student Farzad Kalantari thinks he's been chatting with a 12-year-old girl. But it sure doesn't sound like he's talking about schoolwork. The decoy writes, "What do you want to do when we meet?" At first he says talk, but then he tells her they would have sex. "Do you have any condom?" he asks. The decoy says no. Then Kalantari writes, "I must go shopping."
Want to get a drink?
Now he's in the undercover house, introducing himself to the decoy.
Nice to meet you. Hi. I really like
Hi, nice to meet you. How are you? Good. Please have a seat right over there. Okay. How old is the girl you were coming to see?
It's 14.
14?
Yeah.
That's not what she told you on the internet, though. You said 14. She says right here 12.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, younger than 8.
Younger than you said. That's when he tells us he's not here for sex. He's here to help her get ahead in school.
You need a study, you need a good education.
You came here to tell her that she should be studying.
Yes. Really?
Yeah. But you also seem to indicate in this chat that the education you wanted to give her was sex education.
No.
No? Did you forget what you talked about? Only once that I could see in this transcript did you talk about the importance of education.
No,
and virtually everything else talks about taking a shower with her, having sex with her. My and you. That's what you say. That's
okay,
what you say you want to do.
My English is not good. I now speak with you. I'm Austrian people.
I'm sorry?
I'm born in Austria.
In Austria?
Yeah, I'm not English is perfect.
But that's a pretty universal language right there. Blank my blank and blank you. That's English. You know what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So why would you say that to a 12-year-old girl?
My mistake, but I don't like this.
Your mistake. Kalantari tells me this is the first time he's had a chat with an underage girl. But I point out to him that according to Perverted Justice, he had a sexually charged chat less than 2 weeks earlier with a decoy who said she was under 14 years old.
Only just chatting.
All right, but see, here's the thing. What you said just a minute ago is not what you're saying now. You have a condom with you.
No.
You don't. Do you have it in your car?
No. You want to check my car?
I didn't say that. I'm just asking you, did you bring condoms?
No.
Then why did you ask her if she had condoms there?
Okay, only ask.
Well, here is what you need to know.
Okay.
All right. I'm Chris Hansen.
Is police?
I'm not police. I'm with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on people who try to meet underage boys and girls online for sex. So if there's anything else you'd like to tell us, feel free to walk out that door.
No.
Kalantari says goodbye to us and hello to the Long Beach police.
We didn't know.
At the processing center, Kalantari is distraught.
Maybe my son. Maybe.
And remember what he told us? You have a condom with you.
No.
You don't.
Jesus.
Do you have it in your car?
No.
Free condoms.
That took a turn.
Police find condoms in his pocket.
I'm Austrian people.
That's
Okay,
what
my
you say
English
you want
is
to
not
do.
good. You know, I'm born in Austria. Maybe my son. Maybe.
Jesus, dude. Fucking weird. How about this guy?
Yeah, go ahead and go wave.
Come on, bro, I gotta finish getting changed.
You know, stay back far enough. If you get within a foot, they might actually tell you're not a boy.
The more we've done these investigations, the fewer times we've seen guys turn tail and run. Part of it is they want their chance to try to spin their story.
Well, he's a lot older than 40. That's like 60. Bottom step in the laundry room. Closing the laundry room door.
I'll be right up, bro. I just got finished getting changed, alright? Huh? I got finished getting changed. Come in and chill at the counter. I made some chocolate chip cookies.
Campbell thought he was talking to a 14-year-old boy who said he was gay. Campbell said that he was much younger than his 61 years, bragged about his ability to perform certain sex acts.
Where are you?
Oh, fucking degenerate.
Here we go, Colin,
I'll be right there. Just hang out at the table for a second, okay?
Doubly nervous. Listen, call him back, Dill. Tell him to sit down. He's checking things.
Where you at?
Just standing here.
Oh, I'm over here. Are you looking up the stairs? My bedroom's downstairs, man.
No. Where you at?
I'm right here. I just got to finish getting changed. Sorry, man. Didn't mean to confuse you.
Hey, don't chase him. Jesus Christ, what a weirdo.
Moving pretty quick there. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
What a fucking weirdo. Holy shit.
Where were you headed there?
Huh?
Where were you headed just then?
Just talk with him.
Just talk with who?
Tony?
Tony. And how old is Tony?
About 14.
14. And how old are you?
I'm 49.
49.
Uh-huh. What's the problem here?
You don't see a problem here.
No, because we were just going to be talking today.
You're just going to be talking
Yeah.
today. All right, why don't we start with your name? John?
Okay. Tom.
What is it?
Tom
Tom. And what's your last name, Tom?
Campbell.
Campbell. And how old are you?
I'm 61.
You're 61. So you're not in your 40s like you
No.
said. All right, I just want you to calm down. You want some water or something? Or?
No, just a second.
He starts to get short of breath. And I ask him, you okay? What do you need? And he needed his inhaler. And so he actually uses the inhaler. And I said, do you want some water? Do you need anything? I mean, it's a serious investigation.
He's
but at the
losing
same
it,
time,
dude.
if the guy is sick or has a problem, we're going to make sure he gets his help. Do you have asthma?
Asthma and emphysema. I had a quintuple heart bypass.
Heart bypass. You still smoke?
Some. It's hard to get rid of.
Yeah. Things calm down, he ends up being okay. But it's one of those examples of the unpredictable things that can happen during one of these investigations.
I have a lot of friends, and they are very uncomfortable about when they talk about being gay, or they're not sure they're gay, and that was mainly the situation. I was in that same boat. I was married. I have kids. And they're grown now. And all I was going to do was arrange to meet him, talk with him, because he said he had some problems.
And how were you going to coach him?
Mainly, if nothing else, to help him see that it's not really the shameful situation that it was when I was younger.
So you were here to mentor this boy?
If I could, yeah. If I could, I don't mind helping.
And did that mentoring process include having sex with him?
Oh, no.
But that's not how the conversation went.
What a good Samaritan, dude. No shit.
I don't know.
So many times people use the word pedophile, and the word pedophile has a distinct definition that involves younger kids pre-puberty. That's typically not what we're dealing with in these investigations. And these guys are predators or potential predators, depending on what they've done in the past. And what we mean by predator is that this is an adult who knowingly goes into a chat room, cajoles, grooms, befriends somebody who is unmistakably underage into a sexual liaison. You say, I love to suck a young man.
Okay.
Do you recall that?
I believe so. This was...
You believe so? Well, I have the whole transcript here.
A few days ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, and from what most say, it's the best they've had.
Weirdo.
The real compliment is when they keep coming back for more. You'd absolutely love it. I'm in my 40s, but guarantee that I'm not some old guy wanting to perv a young boy. I just enjoy being with younger ones, and they seem to enjoy me, so there's nothing to worry about as far as I'm concerned, as long as
You
you're
just
okay with
self-described perfectly.
well, the reality is that you are older.
Uh-huh.
And what's going on here seems pretty pervy, doesn't it?
It does.
A lot of these guys lie about their age. And when I confront them with that, that's typically when they start admitting the other things that they intended on doing. So you were just being open and honest about who you were, what you were.
I think so.
How come you said your name was John and that you were in your 40s when you're really Tom and 61 years old?
Many people, when you're on the internet, won't talk to anybody if they're in their 50s.
Yeah, but that runs against what you told me just a few moments ago. If you're going to be so honest and so mentoring, why not say, hey, look, I'm a guy, I'm 61, I had a real tough time dealing with being gay years ago,
50s.
and let me help you to develop, to be a good guy. You didn't say that.
No, and
what you said was, I'm in my 40s, I have a different name, and I want to meet you.
And you're probably right, but also
I'm not probably right, I am right.
I'm still extremely nervous, and the only reason I'm extremely nervous is I have no idea who you are.
You don't have any idea who I am?
Oh, no.
Would you like to know who I am?
Yes.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
He walked right into it, dude.
Adults who meet teens on the internet. And if there's anything else you'd like to say to me about why you're here today, I'd like to hear it. If not, clearly you're free to walk out that door.
Now, what do we have here?
You can just walk out, same door you came in.
Okay.
Straight back.
Walked
I tell
right into
Campbell
that
who I am
scripted-
and what we're doing. He leaves, and
Okay.
like the others,
I'm right here.
immediately arrested and taken into custody and processed by the Fort Myers police.
So we're just going to remove these handcuffs and put a different set on you, okay?
Do you want to go to the hospital? Do you want to get checked out by a physician?
No, I'm fine.
Jesus, dude. Weird champ, dude. Chat, one last one. Chat, these videos get weird when we watch too many. Chat, it gets kind of weird. It's like a weird vibe. Okay, last one. Again.
The guys in the driveway, for those of you that aren't down there, don't see this.
Most of the time,
That's
you
a
see
cool ass
them
house.
drive by, slow down, look at the address, continue on. Sometimes they'll pass the house 2 or 3 times, park down the street, check it out, look for any suspicious activity, and finally you see these guys, either pull up in front of the house or walk from where they park their car. It gives you a sense as to the kind of person you're going to be talking to in just a few minutes.
Hey, come on in.
Call him again, call him again.
Hey, come in here. I just made some cookies, but I got chocolate on my shirt, so I have to change real quick.
All right, you close the first door.
Jesus,
He's real nervous.
There's part of them that knows this is a bad thing to do. Many of them have driven hours to get there and have had to have second thoughts along the way. And so it's this mixture of emotions and this adrenaline rush.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm just changing my shirt real quick because I got chocolate on it. Just take a seat. I'll be right there.
What is that in his hands?
I made you some cookies. Did you bring me my drink?
What the fuck is that?
Can you come out?
Yeah, I'll be right there. I just gotta change. Take a seat.
In a fishing pole?
Would you do me a favor and come on in? Will you bring your stuff in? Bring that and grab your bag and come on in here, please.
It's a rose.
Come on in. Should have a seat in the chair there, please.
How are you, sir?
How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you. What have we got here?
A rose.
A rose?
Yes.
And who's the rose for?
Well, I thought it was Lanny.
For Lanny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rudy, based upon his chat, was being very romantic. And in some ways, if it hadn't been an underage girl, you would have considered it kind of a sweet courtship. Problem is, that sweet chat turned sexually explicit, and it occurred with somebody who said they were underage. And in Florida, that's against the law. So you brought a rose,
Yes, sir.
alcohol, and some cotton. What does that add up to?
I don't know, sir.
I'm sorry?
Gel.
I don't know, sir.
You don't know.
Sir, I thought something else.
You thought what?
That I was gonna have fun and something like that.
Have fun? And what kind of fun?
Like, party and, drink.
Party, drink,
Yes, sir.
sex?
Chat. I have to ask chat. What if that came in, didn't say shit, and played his cards perfectly? would he still get jail time or whatever, dude? Or could they technically get away with it? Because these guys always talk like a bunch of complete cucks, dude.
Rudy is one of those guys who finally just says, look, I'm not going to try and jerk you around anymore. This is what I was doing. I know it was wrong. I justified it by saying this to myself. But yeah, so what's going to happen next? It's almost like, okay,
yeah,
I've admitted this, let's get the rest of this over as quickly as possible.
I know if something would happen like this, I will get in trouble because I'm married.
You're married?
Yes, sir. I have no friends because my wife is like, oh, no, you cannot do nothing and this and that. She doesn't let me have friends, right? So I'm just, and it's been like 3 years with her already. And
so she's pretty tough on you?
Yeah.
So she doesn't let you go out and have any fun with your buddies or anything like that?
Nothing like that.
So the marriage is not rock solid?
Yeah, exactly. The thing is that I'm still trying because I really love her.
Rudy was being honest. He was having a tough go in his marriage, and that's why he said that he was pursuing this sexual liaison.
Now, what do you think she would say if she knew that you were coming here to have sex with a 14-year-old girl?
She would kill me. I don't want to think about it. She would kill me. Listen, I will get a divorce. Oh my God, her mom, her aunt, her dad. Oh. You know how many? Her dad has 10 brothers.
10 brothers.
They will kill me.
What do you think should happen to you for coming here today?
That's it, I guess. That go to jail. I guess.
Go to jail.
Yes, sir.
You think you deserve that?
Yes, sir. I'm really scared.
Rudy raised the specter of this being Dateline NBC in his conversation. He later said that he had actually seen at least one of our investigations. But I don't think he got it, the moment he walked into the house.
You say this might be a trap. I've seen that on TV.
Yeah.
What did you see on TV exactly?
In the news actually, because the people get arrested because of chatting with underage girls.
Right. So you saw it on Dateline NBC?
Yeah, news, just news.
Yeah.
I didn't. Oh my God, I didn't think I was gonna happen.
I think he started to catch on towards the end of the conversation, but I don't think he truly realized who I was until I said,
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults
He didn't know.
who try to meet underage kids on the internet. And everything you've said and done here tonight has been recorded. Now, if there's anything...
Guys, with the quality of the audio, it's already pretty good. Did they really need this fucking guy, dude? Did they really need this guy there, dude? Seriously?
Has been recorded. Now, if there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it.
That young people like me shouldn't be doing this stuff. What you see in the news is real and it's happening to me, and I'm a real good I'm a good guy, and I just made a mistake.
I think that in this case, he truly was sorry. Now, whether he was sorry for what he did or sorry because he got caught and had to face the wrath of his in-laws, I don't know. But I think in his mind, when he made that apology, he was going to walk out of there. Well, that's not what was going to happen.
On the ground, on the ground, on the ground, on the ground.
In Florida, police department's opinion, the laws surrounding carrying concealed weapons are fairly loose by national standards.
Yo, where's the fishing rod guy?
In your pockets, sir. Anything we need to know about?
They were concerned that one of these guys could have been carrying a weapon, and so they wanted to take them down quickly. So they acted quickly and aggressively to make the arrests.
Hello. Is this... what's the name? You're not a cop? You know, I could go to jail, that's fine.
Fucking weirdo, dude.
You're 14 years old, for real? Nah, I just want to make sure you're not like...
Chad, you know who I really feel bad for, dude? This crew, dude. They probably are on call the entire night, the entire week, and they sit in the room, in the back room, dude, and they wait for hours, even probably days, and they get like 3 seconds of footage or action, and they probably don't even use a recording of this or this camera, dude. Seriously, they probably they use nothing of their work, dude. They're just almost like actors. Jesus, man. Yeah, it's easy job. It's boring as fuck, man.
35 months. Pogu, have
It's
a nice
fucking
day.
sleeper,
XQC,
dude.
smile.
Come on, man. Okay, chat, listen. This title
Pogu.
is baiting me. I'm watching it. It's only 4 minutes.
He's sitting in the car in the front.
It's busy at our undercover house in Long Beach, California.
Okay, he's getting out of the car.
True.
You stay tight, and we'll go to the front door.
Remember, we asked our previous suspect to go out the back way so he wouldn't scare off our next visitor.
Hi, how you doing? Come on in.
He's Paul Clemente, a 22-year-old college student from San Diego. Clemente spoke online with someone he thought was a 13-year-old girl. At first, Clemente says she's too young, but soon asks her if she's had sex and what position she's used.
Guys,
finally, he gets down to business.
Why wouldn't they get like a good voice, dude? Because if I heard that voice, I'd fucking turn around and go home, dude.
So when's the time I could come to your house? Of course when your mom is not around. I'm asking when, so we can go out.
Clemente asks if she's had sex in a hot tub. When the decoy answers yes, he writes back,
"You're making me horny."
For good measure, he sends along this picture of his penis. Then he tells her something that really surprises us.
You're gonna be my first.
That's right. He may think she's 13, but he's the one who says
What
he's a
a
virgin.
weirdo.
Now, the 22-year-old virgin is in the house.
All right, can you pour me a drink really fast? Because thanks. Awesome. Yeah, I'm just gonna go get my hair ready. I'll be right back.
Take your time.
I'm excited, by the way.
Me too.
So you excited too? How you doing?
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
I'm sorry.
Please have a seat.
I'm sorry.
What were you doing here?
She said so excited to see me.
She said she was excited to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna sneak this guy back to the trailer.
As we're having our conversation inside, outside, the Long Beach police decide this is a good time to sneak into the backyard and arrest our earlier visitor.
First subject in custody.
I didn't say anything bad, sir.
Didn't say anything bad.
If he says he didn't say anything bad, what about what he showed her, like the picture of his genitals?
I want to show you something.
Sir, please.
You sent her that photograph.
Sir, please.
Did you send that to her?
Yes, sir.
To somebody who said she was a 13-year-old girl.
My God.
Why did you
Sir,
think that was an
please.
okay thing to do?
Sir, she said it's okay.
She said it's okay. So because a 13-year-old girl says it's okay, you do it.
Sir, please. I'm not a really bad person, sir. Please.
As for that claim that he didn't say anything bad online, what about telling her he'll perform oral sex on her, or asking if she's ever had anal sex? Have you ever had conversations like this with teenage girls on the internet before?
No, this is my first time.
Your first time?
Yes.
You know, I hear that a lot. Can you imagine why I'm a little skeptical? on that?
Just arrest him already, dude.
Virtually everybody who walks in this house says the same thing.
I'm sorry.
And I'm guessing that not everybody's telling the truth.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir.
And as we suspected, when Clemente first covered his face, he knows there are cameras in the house. Do you ever watch television?
Yes, I know, sir.
You know what?
The show, sir.
The show.
Yes, sir.
Have you seen the show on television?
Yes, a couple of times.
A couple of times. And you know what the show is called?
Dateline.
Dateline what? To Catch a Predator.
Sir, I'm not a really predator, sir, but I'm just...
You're not a real predator.
No, sir.
Just a pretend predator.
No, I'm just curious. Sir.
A curious predator.
I'm not a really predator, sir.
So you saw those other shows we did.
Yes, sir.
Then you probably know that I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and you know the story we're doing.
Yes, sir.
So if there's anything else you'd like to tell us, we'd like to hear it. If not, you can walk out the door you came in.
Yeah, please. I'm sorry.
And since he knows about our investigations, he probably knows what to expect when he steps outside.
Put your hands up.
I'm not a criminal, sir.
Put your fingers.
I'm not a criminal, sir. I'm sorry.
Clemente is arrested and charged with an attempted lewd act upon a child. He later pleaded no contest. Both he and our earlier suspect, who was in the backyard, are led away to be processed.
In the backyard. What's that for strategy? What's up, friend? Hope you're having a great time with family. Let's have a great time. Which one? Hey, dude. Okay. Okay, chat. No, you're not out of play, man. Chat. Man. Come on, man. Okay, 4 minutes. Chat, after this, I'm doing my last MC run. Guys,
walking up, he's scoping it.
this is the deal, okay. 4 minutes after that, I'm in starting my last MC run, okay?
He's walking up, he's scoping the house now.
And back at the house, the parade continues.
Time since he's engaging in sexual conversations with Mike. No matter what he says or does,
This is 31-year-old David Demers.
You can sit down if you want. Thanks.
Demers teaches video technology at a trade college in Orlando. Using the screen name Auto Video, he chats online with a decoy named Annie, who tells him she's 14. And right from the start, Demers seems to know he's asking for trouble.
Well, having any type of romantic relationship with someone younger than 18 is walking on thin ice.
The decoy tells him...
No, dude. No, it's not walking on thin ice, dude. That's like piercing to the fucking ice and freezing to death, dude.
Walking on thin ice.
The decoy tells him she had sex with her ex-boyfriend, but didn't like it very much. Then, like many of the men we meet, Demers becomes a sex education teacher, explaining the benefits of sex in a swimming pool.
And the sensation for you is like having sex on a cloud.
Then, a class in Sexual Positions 101.
Missionary is the first one. Doggy style is the second one.
And when the girl asks about group sex, he describes it in graphic detail.
Simply put, one guy has...
Okay, dude.
He sends her...
Okay, dude. We get it, dude. Fuck, man.
Wants to give our decoy
Jesus.
a hug.
How's it going?
Good, you can sit down.
Oh.
No hug tonight. Okay. Why don't you have a seat right over there, please? What are you up to?
I don't know. I'm in a bad spot.
Why don't you describe that spot for me?
Alone. I'm not going to deny it. I mean, obviously I'm here and whatever, so...
I mean, is that appropriate to send to a girl who says she's 14?
No, not at all.
Lounging around naked?
I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong, and I just couldn't stop.
What was your plan here tonight? Do you think you would have had sex with this girl if she was willing?
If it would have come to it.
Did you bring condoms?
Mm-hmm.
What else did you bring?
Massage oil.
Massage oil.
Yeah.
You know what's going on here?
Yes, I do.
You know who I am?
I don't know who you are. I have an idea.
Who do you think?
I believe you're some sort of detective or police officer.
Well, I'm not.
No.
You'd be wrong there. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teens online for sex.
I will deny nothing. It's all there, black and white. This is probably what I needed to straighten up. Scared the hell out of me. I should have scared the hell out of me as soon as she said she was 14. I should have just been like, bye. And that's what I'm going to do from now on.
Okay.
Gentlemen, have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But for Demers, it may not be such a good night.
On the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground.
He later pleaded not guilty to 3 felony counts, including using a computer to expose himself to a minor.